So boys and girls, here we are, WZ-111, 124. There's only once in this name, and yeah, basically I want to give you some, well, I just want to tell you this tank is absolutely amazing. I got it for a day and it's just so good. Um, Immediately on the enemy team there's a stupid medium one, and the reason why I will try to get them banned is because although they're not on my team, they could potentially be on my team, and those players should be punished for that sort of thing, bringing tier 1 tanks into tier 8 games, or possibly tier 9 like this one did. The IS-3, which could have brought the medium 1 and Panthers 38 and 8 into tier 10 as well, so you don't want them to be on my team, so therefore you gotta punish them somehow. I really think Wargaming should just ban it completely, and yeah, let's go back to this tank. As you know, immediately this tank is fat and long, and the thing is, you're gonna find common with this tank and the next tank on the line, the 113. They all have pretty long holes, and that's kind of a disadvantage, because with the poor gun depression on Chinese tanks, it's hard to kind of, when you're going over hilly terrains, it's kind of hard, and don't know where the hell that shot. How did it not hit that guy? Bad RNG then. But then on the same day I had my best RNG, and sooner or later I will make a video about that. That S51 game where I sent it to I have sent it to RNG no comments already, and it's such a brilliant artillery game by my standards. But then I'm not gonna put it on my replay on my YouTube, because not until when I get the aiming reticle back, because it's a bug, as I have explained in previous videos. There's a bug with the aiming circle not displaying in the replays. It does display when I play, but not actually in the replay, so I don't want to show you a game where the artillery does not have aiming reticles, so that's kind of bad. Artillery loves hitting me, but I have pretty good space side armor that can absorb quite a lot of shots. There again, I mean, I do expect them to hit me, because I'm probably like the only person spotted. And I just need to tell you that this tank has about 200mm frontal armor, and it's pike nose just like the IS-8. It's actually historically a counter tank for the IS-8, because the Russians and the Chinese, although were communist, but then Fred, you might be interested in this because you love history, but yeah, basically the Soviets and the Chinese central government had a breakdown of friendship, and what happened was the Soviets became enemies, well, with the Chinese authority, and then before the 1959, I believe, or something like that, it was really good friends, the two nations, because it's all communist. But then later on, depending on which side you're on, basically arguments came and became actual enemies, communist enemies, and the Americans and the the NATO was actually trying to help China to develop tanks in the late 1970s and 80s to counter the Russians, because there was a few fights with the border conflict with the nations. But before that, basically, this was actually a counter, or maybe a copy, or no, it's not a copy, but it's probably just trying to design it similar to the Russian design. I don't know if this tank came before the split or after the split. I suspect it's after the Sino-Russian split, I think. And what happened was, yeah, they developed the WZ-111 to counter the IS-8, so that you do expect this two tanks to have similar ability. And because we're winning, I'm still on full health. I decided to go ramming, because it's like I just don't give a crap about this. This tank is pretty fast. If you put a shot into my lower base, I guess, and I rammed him and just missed him slightly. But I'm gonna pin him in place, keep ramming him. Don't show him my lower plate. He won't penetrate my upper plate because it's 200mm thick. And there he goes. I can penetrate him and mantle it. My tank has a gun that is 244 pen, I believe. I think it's the same pen as or the same pen as the IS-7, which is not the best of pen, but then is pretty good anyway for tier 9 tanks. And I have the option of loading a heat round, which has 490 damage same as the AP of course, and oh my god, artillery, just get alive. Okay, I did get a kill and I got my driver knocked out. Yeah, the penetration on the premium round 340, that's pretty insane. We'll go through the mantle of mouses and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm on 3 kills and pretty much, yeah, this tank's got 0.4 accuracy. I don't have the top. I only have the top gun unlocked because I use 3 XP, but then I don't have either the suspension unlocked or the top engine, so it still need like improvements in my case. And without the suspension, I'm mounting this with what's those things called, torsion bar or whatever, that increases weight. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I use one of those to actually mount the gun, so it's easier grind. So I don't have rammer vents, I don't have anything, so it's pretty much just stock, except that I have like 90% crew on most tanks. The frontal armor, the lower glazes is extremely weak, just to tell you, for a heavy. So this tank is a hybrid between the E75 and the IS-8. It's better armor than the IS-8. It will bounce 39 frontally quite easily as well. And oh, someone took a shot there. Yeah, the turret, oh my god, this object is being a dickhead. It doesn't want me to get killed. And oh my god, the bounce on the Carnarvon, about 6 kills for me, and I hate that flipping object 714. I'm not going to show you after game stats of this one because I got better replays as well. WZ-111 and another replay, and I have to say I had a really good night with this tank. I just have to say it's so good. This is a boss of a tank. The turret looks really fat and looks like I don't know what to describe it. It looks like a dome, and gun depression here pretty bad, but you have to expose yourself. But I made the gun depression work because you just have to go aggressive. But then look at the map, just don't get smashed by like IS-152s. Yeah, gun depression. Get your ass high. That's what you need to do. You need to reverse into the like upper. You need to get your wait, let me get it. You need to move your ass up here the slope so you can get your gun down. But I'm not gonna do that because currently my tank is pretty. I can't get my gun down anyway. It's got same gun depression as IS-8, which is bad as well, but it's not like you can't play it. Oh, look at that Chinese accuracy. Watch this. Watch that shot right into his cupola. See that Chinese accuracy there. So I really like this tank. The alpha really makes it work. It's got the E75 damage output. It's got 200mm of armor frontally. That front part of the ammo. Wait, let's just pause the game. Yeah, so the front plate there is 230-ish effective. If you can sort of angle it, twist it, the tank slightly, like 5 degrees each side when you wobble the tank. And if you see that their gun is pointing at that side, then you can probably turn your tank so you face like that, and when they aim at that side, you can turn like that and sort of bounce them and predict where they're gonna hit. So you can see immediately this gun is just awesome size. That is just magnificent gun. This gun, you can just trash so many people with it. Now the cupola is pretty weak, and the mantelet. I bounced a 39 on it, so I only got it for a day, and I already got like 5 games where I really enjoyed it, and like got like marshal badge 3rd class, 2nd class, 1st class, blah blah blah, loads of stuff like that. But yeah, I've only prepared to show you this 2 gameplay, and yeah, I'll probably make a massive review after I get all my equipment on it, because right now its reload time is 13.73 seconds, because I don't have rammers, vents, nothing like that, and not even 100% crew, I don't think. Yeah, so this tank, I don't know how much I can love this tank. If you compare it to IS-8, I have to say this is all round better tank than the IS-8. Why? It has better armor than the IS-8. You can bounce 39. You can bounce tanks with 250 pen, which is just, you can bounce tier 10s, pretty well, not reliably, but you can bounce more often than the IS-8, as much as 2.5 times more often than the IS-8 bounce. If you just show a little bit of your tank, you can probably just decimate enemies. And I have to say, work with your gun depression is not the worst of gun depressions. I just don't get why people are like, oh my god, Chinese gun depression. No, it's because you're not used to it. You need to get used to gun depressions. You need to adapt to it. I'm pretty sure like players like Cricket Baby doesn't have the same issue like Jingles have, because Jingles doesn't, well, he doesn't. I don't think he has the same ability as Cricket Baby to get his gun down, and he admits it himself. So we're gonna see. I'm not saying I know how to do it, but I have played enough Chinese tanks and Russian tanks. My priority tanks are Russian and Chinese. So you see the mobility of this tank. Going uphill is slower than the. It's much slower than the IS-8 because the engine power and horsepower per ton is pretty bad. But then when you travel on flat plane, it's just pretty good. Like a good RNG there where you hit it. Yeah, artillery, GW. I think got ammo right there. 110. I'm gonna bully this 110 now. Okay, get close and personal. Don't let voice tanks like the 110 because it's got bad gun depression. And what you want to do is get stuck in here. Just get stuck in. Get close. You will bounce you. You will bounce him. He has like 200. Is it 15 pen, and he can't get through you. So that's just pretty good. And looking at the map, we need to use our speed here. Come on. So Yak Panda 2 is definitely faster than me, and oh, no shot there. Yak Tiger kills him. The tank is just pretty fast. You can travel up to 50, and that's one of the good things about Chinese tanks. It's got pretty good armor and just powerful gun. You see, like T-34-3, it has a bloody 122mm gun. Regarding it's a D25T or not, in real life the design is pretty horrendous if you think about it. A type of gun you arm on a medium tank. The Americans arm like 90 mils compared to like. Oh my god, that gun. Somehow I missed, but I need to get back into cover before ISU try to smash me. Yeah, this tank, you have to expose quite a lot of yourself to get shots on the enemy. Oh, ISU bounced. Oh, IS3 there. IS3 missed, I think. Somehow that shot missed and hit his angled side armor, which absorbed. It doesn't happen quite often, but it did happen, so I'm supposed to do more damage, but yeah, who cares? I got a kill now. But I only did 179 damage, which wasn't satisfying considering that I can do up to 590 damage or something like that. It was really good. And yeah, this tank's got quite good speed. Look at this speed, 46 for a heavy, that's not bad. Oh, we can reach 50, 56. And the traverse speed is not terrible either. You can surprise mediums just like IS-8, so I don't see any point of you having IS-8 if you have this tank. This tank I just think is so much better. And yeah, somehow accuracy failed in this game, but normally it's pretty good. And yeah, in the previous video on Prohodovka, you see my accuracy there. It is, I think it's pretty good. And I did 2,600 damage, although I took like 500, but then, you know, it can be better, but this tank is just pretty good, and a full review will come up. This is only like, you know, just preliminary testing on this tank, and I have to say I love that 2 bits, and I have to say this is definitely going to be kept in my garage forever. This is just the beast.